Hello, everyone. Oh my God, I've been sitting here watching the little sweet comments go by as people are getting ready. Thank you so much for joining me. First, as far as the YouTube link goes, it did not happen. I'm sorry, I could not figure it out. Just too many factors. This is the first time I've ever tried to do a broadcast like this, and the multi-stream didn't happen. So it goes. I will post this to YouTube later for those who can't watch on Facebook, though. So thank you again for joining me. Medicine Songs for Ma and Stories with Vidu. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. Talk to this little green dot with no one else in the room. It's I feel raw and vulnerable, which is a rare treat for me. So I do want to invite you to be comfortable. And if you're able, look away from the screen. Dim it, turn it away. Invite you to close off these amazing portals which filter so much of the universe for us, and just listen with your ears and listen with your heart. I can see all your comments, so thank you. It's a bright thing to see all the love. Where to begin? So these songs, let's just start with the songs, the album. Back in 2013, at Bhakti Fest, of all things, in September. Oh, let me just back up one second. Before if I'm talking about Divine Mother, understand I am talking about truth in my heart. This is also the voice of Guru on the inside. This is the voice of truth. This is the voice of your higher self. This is the voice of God in you. These are all one thing. I just like to call it Divine Mother because it is the sweetest and warmest and easiest to get with, to wrap your arms around, to wrap your love around. So just understand when I'm talking about Divine Mother, this is what I'm talking about. Also, I tell stories. My brother's on. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. It's good to have you here. Also, when I'm telling my stories, if I say you or we, trust me that I'm talking about myself and all the different parts of me. There's a lot going on in there. There's lots of universes. So, actually, before the story, I want to thank my parents who are also on this. Mom and Dad, I love you. Awesome parents. They insisted that music be in my life, so I wouldn't be here doing this with you if it wasn't for them. My life would not be as rich as it is without music, so thank you for that. And I also want to thank my brother. He's a very brave soul. He taught me what it's like to be brave. He had a lot of battles when he was younger, and he showed me how to be brave, so thanks for that, Matt. I'm glad you could be here. And so many other lovely souls are with us. So, okay. Let's get to the story. So back in 2013 in September, and I had already had a relationship with this source here, but it was ebb and flow, hit and miss, but she showed up for me in a way that was undeniable at that Bhakti Fest. She basically said, and the messages came through so strong. She's like, "What do you want?" And I knew the request could be anything, as long as it wasn't outlandish. So I was like, "I want a hug." And immediately someone walked by with a free hug sign. What? Okay. "I want to see an old friend." And boom, an old friend was in front of me in 5 seconds. I hadn't seen him for years. "I want to give someone a kiss." And then suddenly someone's there giving me a kiss. It's it was outrageous. And this just went on and on and on and on. And it was very clear that, this was a temporary portal. But a temporary portal for her to show me how close this is to all of this. And so after Bhakti Fest, I went to Harbin Hot Springs. And I get there, and I'm walking by the pools, and I look over to the left, and there's literally one sunbeam coming down on this one beautiful being. And I'll call her Nasiha Sheri, which is Hebrew for my Persian princess. This beautiful being. And I was like, okay, so I walk by, and I'm like, okay, just don't be staring at her. Don't be staring at her. Anyway, I get in the pool, I'm soaking, I'm meditating for a long time. And all of a sudden, I feel this boom. And this beautiful goddess had literally floated into my arms. And there's a song about this. It's called Floating. We're going to get to that later. And I proceeded to then float her again for like 2 hours. We spent an amazing 24 hours together, and then she was off. And we stayed in touch, and then we got back together in November. Crazy love, crazy, insane love I felt. And in November, we were just kind of courting. And I was feeling the mother so strong then, so strong. And I wanted to honor that and call in the feminine principles. This isn't about man or woman. This is about the feminine principles, which is intuition and tenderness, what's sorely lacking on this planet right now, which is also the courageousness to feel your own feelings, to let your heart break. So this first song is Holy Divine Mother, and this is the invocation of the mother, all the qualities that to me love embodies. So here we go. Enjoy. Holy Divine Mother, please awaken in me intuition and tenderness, invoking your grace, invoking your grace. Holy Divine Mother, you are the final key. Whence we've come and hence we go, all souls must flow, all souls must flow.
Jema, Jema, Mama.
ma ma ma. Ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma. Holy Divine Mother, you are love embodied, where the circle meets itself. You are the essence of this place. You are the essence of this place. Jema, 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 oh. Jema, 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 ma 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 ma. Jema, 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 oh. Jema, 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 ma 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 ma. Jema, ma 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 ma. Jema, ma 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 ma. Jema, ma 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 ma. Jema, ma 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 ma. Invoking your grace, invoking your grace, invoking your grace. Yeah, invoking your grace. So for those who might not be familiar with Sanskrit, Jai Ma means victory to the mother, victory to this love that I was speaking to. And a special guest on that track was Girish, amazing Bhakti brother on tabla. Give him some love. Thank you for being a part of that. Also, I just want to give my little props to my amazing friend and producer, Vidu Grigoli. He was the right man to help these songs go from like adolescence to adulthood. So thank you, Vito, if you're out there listening. This project wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you. Okay, so it's November, feeling the love, just fell in love. And December rolls around and I write this song, Floating, which we're going to listen to later. And I'm on my way, it's Christmas Eve, and I'm getting ready to go to a Sangha gathering in Maui to share the Floating song. And I'm just starting to feel so terrified. I had sung before, and I had played drums and been a performer my whole life, but I've never really sung a song from my heart like this song. Like, whoa. Fully terrified. Anyway, getting ready to go, I lean over to pick up my harmonium, and the right side in the middle of my back, I have a total back spasm. I mean, completely collapse on the floor. Like, I don't think I'm getting up for a bit. And I just had to honor like how terrified I was to be vulnerable and sing from my heart. I managed to get to the Sangha gathering. I managed to sing it. And then I came home and my back, and I had a friend there do a little acupuncture, and another friend gave me a little massage. It's just beautiful. The Maui family is really wonderful. And so I'm laying down and I'm sleeping, and in the middle of the night, I coughed. And the pain was something excruciating. And then I coughed again. And it became special, like white noise special, where it's no longer pain. It's something where it just wipes you out. And I pretty much couldn't get up. I couldn't get up for 5 days. A friend of mine came over and brought me food and did acupuncture on me while I was laying down on the floor in my little cabin in Maui. Crazy. And then right after the new year, I had a little medicine because I hadn't had any medicine, and I'm speaking of marijuana. And I totally had the vision of, this whole time this was happening, I was having the vision. It was like fire in the back of in my back, and it was shooting around my body up to my shoulders and burning, and it felt like a forest fire that was burning out like years and years and years of old thick muck on the floor, old brush, just muck, nasty muck, the muck of fear, of vulnerability, basically. And it was shooting down to my knee, down to my other knee, across up to my shoulder, up to the back of my neck, and always centered on this spot. And this beautiful, graceful moment, finding in a back spasm this beautiful healing, clearing my physical body of like this fear of vulnerability. And that brings me to the next track, May I Have the Strength. Ha! I love it. This is one of my favorite tracks, and it contains in it one of my favorite lyrics to sing ever, which I will tell you after. But this is the track to face your vulnerability. Enjoy. Oh, and we have the wonderful local Candace Calms on viola on this. It's so beautiful. She just plays amazing. Thank you, Candace. May I have the strength to receive this cleansing fire. May I have the strength to receive this cleansing fire. May I have the strength to receive this cleansing fire. May I have the strength to receive this cleansing fire. May all my armor fall down upon the mother. May all my armor fall down. May all my armor fall down upon the mother. May all my armor fall down. There is nothing left to defend. There is nothing left to fight. There is nothing left to prove. I am divine light. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. let go. Just let go. Nothing left to defend, nothing left to fight, nothing left to prove. I am divine light. Nothing left to defend, nothing left to fight, nothing left to prove. We are Mars holy light. Nothing left to defend, nothing left to fight, nothing left to prove, and nothing left to hide. Nothing left to defend, nothing left to fight, except receive and let go. Let go to the inner shine. Except receive and let go. Let go to the inner shine. Except receive and let go. Let go to the inner shine. Accept, receive, and let go. Let go to the inner shine. Let go to the inner shine. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. May all my armor fall down upon the mother. May all my armor fall down. May I have the strength. May all my armor fall down upon the mother. May all my armor fall down. May I have the strength to receive your presence. May I have the strength to receive presence. Hey, Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. May I have the strength. Om Durgaye Just let go. Just let go. Yeah. Just let go. Just let go. That was the message I got as this amazing, insane back pain burned through my body. Let go to the inner shine. May we all be doing this. Okay. So at that time, that relationship, we were still courting. She was not in country. But she was coming to Costa Rica to do this amazing thing. Speaking, this whole album centered on Divine Mother, and she was going to do a moon dance. And for those who don't know what that is, that's the men have the sun dance. You hear about the men piercing themselves, Native American men, and you sit with the tree and you lean and you trust and you pray and you chant and you do all these things to you really get out of your mind and into your heart and into the spirit world. Well, about 100 years ago, I think it is, don't quote me on that, the women in the Native American tribes said, we want to do something. So they held something that's called a moon dance, which is basically women get together and they dance for 4 nights to the full moon. And one of those was happening in Costa Rica. And there's a small group of men which serve the whole ceremony. And that was just an incredible experience. That's the story for another time. But just to tap into that energy, that frequency, to see women be women, like I am a very lucky man to have witnessed divine woman in her glory, drumming and singing and dancing all night. There's all these, I'm going to tell this part. There's all these old grandmas, abuelas, and they're walking to the circle with their canes, like hobbling to the circle, like, oh my God. And as soon as they hit the circle, they drop their cane and they're dancing like a wild person. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. So grateful that I got to be a male in the presence of that. So anyway, Nasiha Shari and I, we reconnected, and she moved back to Maui with me. We were going to be together. We were going to give this a shot. And like love being out of control, so much love is about romance. And in my experience, to really say romance, to really look at romance rather, romance is about neediness. Really, really is. It's about making the other feel special and making yourself feel special. And so inside of that love, we were being careless and we got pregnant. Only time that's ever happened to me in this life that I know of. And I never felt like such a failure in my entire life. Never have I felt like such a failure. We all have a soul wound. Our interpretation of our belief that we are separate from this source, that we are separate from God, that we are somehow banished from heaven. All souls have this, in my experience. And we all have a little phrase and a description, and it's always a value-based description. And my story is that I am not wanted. And later in this relationship, I got to see how I was really trying to fulfill that need by convincing this beautiful being to want me. And we had 8 weeks of that pregnancy before nature took care of it on its own. I say naturally. There was a plan to leave the country and move back to her homeland. There was a lot of things. Meanwhile, I'm feeling like an utter failure. So this is now, we skip ahead a little bit. This is now the beginning of May, I believe. No, the end of May, the beginning of June in 2014. And we just lost the baby. And I'm driving her to in California to go to a trim job to make some money. That's what she did at that time. And I drop her off, and we're really devastated. The pregnancy really caused a rift because I didn't want the child, and she really did. And I felt like a failure, and she was not happy. And it's not that we were mad at each other. It was the circumstances brought up a lot of deep stuff. So I drop her off and I go to San Francisco because I am supposed to go travel and do some more medicine work in other places. And I'm staying with a dear sister, a medicine sister. And the downloads start arriving, pouring through. And this is not the next song, but the fourth song in the album, Oh Your Glory. This is when the obelisk of truth arrived. And all these songs poured through, 10 songs in 3 days. I was literally writing on my iPad like a maniac and trying to play guitar as fast as I could to capture these songs. Ultimately, only 5 of those 10 songs made it. But the conclusion, the first channel of truth was the truth of how needy I was in this relationship and how I was just using her to fulfill my own lack of connection to source. That's the simplest way to say it. There's a lot of different flavors to this. But that was it. And so there's this song, Cancel the Show, which is about ending the falsities, ending the pretending. I'll let the song tell you what's up, but cancel the show. This is really poignant to the time, too. There's a lot of shows that need canceling. So enjoy.
Forcing the pleasure, I've been squeezing life out, clinging to the old ways I love and get love, playing rage on the TV and lust on the radio, quite convincing actors with pride directing this show. It's time to let this all go. Kick out the audience, sweep the floor, stop the ticket sales, repay all the debt, fire the actors and burn down the set. And let's live with no script, no stage lights, and no false heaven, with no stage, with no curtain. And let's move beyond these shallow walls and cancel the show. Give up to the silence of empty stage, of empty hall. What you hear, it will delight you. Pure essence, the call. From deep within you, from where sweet Guruji lived. Oh, the truth, the light, and the love is calling you forth to begin. There's no time to waste, there's no tomorrow anyway. So let's tear down this theater all together, crack the mortar brick by brick, and let's bring down these walls forever. And let's live with no script, no stage lights, and no false heaven, with no stage, with no curtain. from deep within, oh, the love from deep within, the love from deep within. Yes, the love from deep within, oh, the love from deep within, the love from deep within. Yes, the love from deep within, oh, the love from deep within, the love from deep within. And let's move beyond the cancel the show. And let's move beyond the cancel the show. And let's move beyond. Let's move beyond. Let's move beyond. Cancel the show. The only one directing this play is the love from deep within. The only one directing this play is the love from deep within.
Ha. The love from deep within. Yeah. It sounds really wonderful. Except that love is not linear and love does not care what you think. Love wants what it wants when it wants it. And does not follow any rules. So this great neediness in me and recognizing it and seeing the love flow up in me. The next thing that followed was very clear instructions that I had to go break up with this beautiful being and tell her all this about my neediness and how it wasn't right. It wasn't right. And this was divinely guided. This wasn't a situation where I wanted to do this. We had just lost a baby literally 3 days ago. And she's like, nope, I got to go end it. You got to drive and see her. You got to do it. And so, well, yep, that's what I did. That's what I did. One of the beautiful things about truth is it's so easy because there's no confusion. When you really have that knowing what to do but to just face the music. And so I did. I drove and I talked to her. I shared as honestly as I could. And we had the most amazing, people call it conscious uncoupling. This was the most loving parting of a relationship I can imagine is possible on the planet. We were in a divine golden light for 3 hours. One of those 10 songs that came through was written just for her. It was called Sweet Lady. It was a song of gratitude and like the epic grace that she held through this whole process with me. And I sang it to her and we cried and we loved and we were grateful and we parted. And so this is the song, though. This next song is "Oh Your Glory." It's a love song to truth. Truth. We could use more of that right now. So, love song to truth. Here we go.
Sri Sacha. Om Namo Guruji. Om Namo Sri Sacha. Om Namo Guruji. You landed in front of me, a giant stone obelisk, unmoving, unchanging, and irrefutable and undeniable. You were not the truth that I think. You're not mine, but mine to take note of, and for me to devote myself to. Oh, your glory, truth, there is nothing else, only surrender and only grace. Oh, your glory, truth, touched at the center, how you moved me and made me still, made me still, made me still. Om Namo Sri Sacha. Om Namo Guruji. Om Namo Sri Sacha. Om Namo Guruji. To know you now, to know the difference my heart unfolds, unloads and opens and uploads, just a taste of you on my lips, and I am consumed. Oh, your glory, truth, there is nothing else, only surrender and only grace. Oh, your glory, truth,
Yeah, how you moved me and made me still. Truth. Truth. It sounds all beautiful and lovely until truth really wants you to do something hard. Like break up with your girlfriend 3 days after you lost a baby. And then, love really thrashed me. Truth really tested me. A month later, we were still talking. And I got the hit. Nope, you actually have to cut her off completely. Because you're giving hope to this possibility. And this is not either of your paths. So I called her up and told her I can't even talk to you anymore. That was a hard conversation. And she heard it again with the most Nasiha Sheri, grace under pressure. Holy cow. Holy cow. And so this next song is really about truth in the form of the guru. And understanding that when I speak of guru, we often think of like the little man in the blanket, but that's not really accurate. Guru is a frequency of Divine Mother's love, born out of mercy for the individual who is truly ready to stop suffering. Oftentimes it manifests in a body, and we go and we sit with the guru in a body, and until we recognize that the guru lives here, until we can establish our own connection to that specific frequency of love. Yeah, the guru in all the majestical forms. And when you really know how to look for guru, life, it's in everything, because all love is in everything. So this frequency resides in everything. And when you know how to see and you know how to listen, guru is everywhere for you. But only when you know how to listen and when you know how to see. So this one's for Prem Baba and ayahuasca and Divine Mother in her forms of love. It's called Mighty Presence. And I want to give a little special shout out to Vito on this one. This was the one song that didn't have as much form, and he really helped shape it. And he forced me to do stuff, and I was like, man, I was like throwing a little temper tantrum about all the percussion, and I didn't like it. And then all of a sudden it just went into this amazing song. And he just really captured my heart so beautifully. So I hope you enjoy it. Mighty Presence.
Your mighty presence moves through me, shaking all that is not me. Your piercing stare cuts me to my knees, cracking and breaking a stubborn heart. Cruelty, born a sweet passion. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love, oh, you surround me and protect me, and you guide me. Your tender stare sends me soaring, to celestial heights, celestial heights, paving my pathway in your golden light, to see all is divine. All this only possible in your grace. Born of sweet compassion. Whoa, my your love. Whoa, my your love. Whoa, my your love. Whoa, you surround me in your love. You protect me in your light, and you guide me in your truth. Glory be, you guide me. You surround me in your love. You protect me in your light, and you guide me in your truth. Glory be, you guide me. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. You surround me, protect me, and guide me. You surround me, protect me, and guide me. You surround me, protect me, and guide me. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love. Oh, my your love.
That one got me. May we all know that kind of love, the divine love flowing here. There's been a great trick over the ages through religions in convincing you that you don't have a connection to Source, but I assure you, you do. Don't forget. So the next song, not so much in chronological order, is the floating song. We go back to back to all the way to September, sitting in these beautiful sacred pools of divine, hot springs. And Divine Mother floats this most beautiful goddess right into my arms, and she says, here you go. Here's a gift. Little did I know the gift would be this whole journey and these songs and all this. And just knowing this kind of love. May you all know this kind of love and this kind of trust. So this is floating.
What did I do to deserve this love? Was it always free? Did I do something to turn this valve? Was I deaf, dumb, blind, and lucky? Seems like I've been searching for eternity just to lay in your grace. Seems like I've been trolling beyond memory just to kiss your cheek, kiss your cheek. Overwhelmed by your presence, humility rises. Overwhelmed by your presence, a tidal wave of tenderness, 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 tenderness. The humility that is blossoming deep in the cracks of my heart opens the door for gratitude to breathe in the truth of God. My heart is constantly breaking, praise for all flows through. Grieving what I got is harder than it sounds. This is living though, this is living though. For all that I have, for all that I have had, for all that I will have. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Everything is fresh now, everything is new. What a gift this love, oh, what a gift. Everything is fresh now, hey, everything is new. What a gift this love, oh, what a gift, what a gift, what a gift. I pray to always be in this ocean of gratitude. If I get out, push me back in and keep me in plenitude. May I always remember humility. May I always remember tenderness, tenderness, floating, 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 such trust, floating, floating, such peace, floating, floating, such trust, floating, floating. floating, such peace, floating. Dun dun do da do, 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 floating. Such trust, floating. Such peace, floating, 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 floating.
Yeah. Part of that story I didn't tell was, I was meditating in the pool after I'd seen this beautiful goddess, and then she literally floated into my arms. She had little floaties on because her and her girlfriend were just doing watsu in the pool, and she floated into my arms, and then I just held her, and I floated her for 2 more hours, and she never opened her eyes until the very end when I stood her up, and she opened her eyes, and that's actually when we met. Such trust, such peace. Floating, floating, floating. Divine Mother loves me. She just takes good care of me. What can I say? My mom got me with this comment over here. We're so proud of you and your beautiful music and messages. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot. So, 2 more songs. They're really celebrations. Culminations of the work. So this next one, Your Love Heals Me. Your Love Heals Me is really like the summary of all the forms of Ma. It's kind of like the summary of literally 17-year chapter, which this album is sort of closing for me. Back in 2003, the very first time I drank ayahuasca, to now. 17 years of really committed heart work. Really good stuff. And after this song, I'll tell you the conclusion. This last month, just getting squeezed by this project. So beautiful. So beautiful. But let's celebrate a little bit. Your Love Heals Me. Here we go.
I met you for real. You challenged me to dive through my fears and set my heart free to prepare the home, whoa, and the vessel, and give my desires to love. Oh, how you challenged me as you were waiting deep inside of me. Sacred mind, your love, it heals me. Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. So I let go and I dove in your pure light, truly seen and to see through your divine eyes, your loving eyes to receive this blessing without shame. To receive this blessing, what a glorious, glorious, glorious pain. Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Oh sacred Ma, love heals me. So please forgive me for throwing my rage, forms of old revenge from ancient games I played. Please stay with me now and live deep in my heart. Oh sacred Ma, may we never part. Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Jai Durga, Jai Lakshmi Ma, Jai Saraswati, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Oh sacred Ma, your love heals me. Oh sacred Ma, your love heals me. Oh sacred Ma, your love heals me. Your love, your love, your love heals me. Your love, your love, your love. Your love, your love, your love. Sacred Ma heals me. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Your love, your love, your love. It heals me. Your love, your love, your love. Hey. Your love, your love, your love. Love heals me. Your love, your love, your love. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Your love, your love, your love. Love heals me. Your love, your love, your love.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma, your love, your love, your love. So good. That's a fun one. Just to catch some people up, Durga and Lakshmi and Saraswati are forms of the mother. And we say Jai Durga, we're saying victory to the light that defeats the darkness. And we're saying Jai Lakshmi, it's a victory to love in all her expressions. And we say Jai Saraswati is victory to enlightenment and the creative juice, the creative flow, the muse. All her forms. She's everything. She is the universe. For me. So, before I play the last song, I'll just summarize the work. The last month, I've been feeling this crushing, pinching going on. It brings me back to that night when the back spasmed and the fire came and burned. I would say burned the vulnerability out. And yet, the last month, I just, way deep down at my core, I found this absolute terror of being judged. Absolute terror of being judged. And for me, any projection on the outside needs to be turned in. Like, oh, you're judging me. Oh, damn you. Shame on you, kind of thing. It's never the outside, it's always the inside. So I realized I was judging myself. And I was like, okay, what am I really judging? What am I really judging? So many of these songs, I fucking hated some of the lyrics for so long. And Divine Mother's like, too bad, sing them. They're your heart. And I'm like, why am I judging these? And these tenderest, these most tenderest of places in me, judging them. and realizing how much I was brutalizing the heartbreak in me, the feelings in me, the tenderness in me. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And this last weekend, I got to sit with some medicine again with a dear sister. And it's been many years since I've done that. And I got to sit in my bitterness with life. My temper tantrum with life, so to speak. Bitterness with, it's not the way it should be. It's not the way I like it to be. It's not the way I want it to be. It's not fair. It's not this and that. Life isn't fair. Get over it. But my bitterness was locking down the nectar, the purest of nectar in my heart center. The purest tenderness, the sweetest of sweet. And so this whole CD has just been one soul-crushing, bitterness-crushing, soul-opening would be much more accurate to say experience. And I can't thank Divine Mother enough for giving me this assignment. It feels more like a senior recital than it does like I'm putting forth a CD out in the world. She gave me an assignment. And when those songs came 6 years ago, she also said, you're going to record these and you're going to share them with people. And I just said, oh, okay. And I tried to record it 2 different times and they weren't ready. These songs took 6.5 years to mature in me so I could actually sing these lyrics and mean them with my whole heart. Pretty cool. I'm a late bloomer. My fruit ripens slowly, and that's okay. Pretty cool. Yeah. The summary of the work. Let go of my bitterness. Stop judging my most tender parts of myself. We're so trained in this world to destroy fragility, to destroy tenderness, destroy feelings. Such a patriarchal thing. And we can see what patriarch has done. 5,000 years of patriarch has brought us what we have right now. It's time for an emotional revolution, but that's a discussion for another time. But I think I will be talking about it soon. So anyway, one final song. Oh, and I want to say one thing quickly. On that last song, we had Gershon Hendelberg playing the clav. If you heard that cool sounds going on, that was him rocking it out on the keys, and I just want to thank him for being a part of it. And so this next song, Everything That Is Here, is really the summary of my relationship with Divine Mother. It's all Ma. It's all Ma. Osho says if you want to worship God, worship the Mother because she is closer to God. It makes sense. Creation lives in the female. That's closer to God. But there's a lot of reasons I'm not going to go into right now. But this is my summary. And I want to thank Max Ribner for doing the trumpet and flugelhorn on this. The very first time when this song came through, I heard him playing on it. And he just put the right little sweet jazzy flavor in this. And this is great. I love this song. It's the celebration. It's the celebration. So hope you enjoy it. Everything That Is Here.
Everything that is here to teach me about love. Everything about peace. Everything that is here to teach me about grace and to remind me this universe, this gift manifesting for me to see. All beings, all places are infinite and free. Christ's full moon and the Master's grace, intimate and deep, all radiating from every cell of the one celestial being, one celestial being. What can I say that What can I do? There is nothing to do. Oh, oh, oh. No matter what I think, it's not my plan. It never was. Pride has deceived me, so I let that go. And let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Everything that is here is love. Everything here is peace. Everything that is here is grace. Everything here is mine. She's the universe, she's the gift, manifesting for us to be. She's all beings, all places, she's infinite and free. She is Christ's full moon, she is the Master's grace, intimate and deep. She's the radiance of every cell of the one celestial being, one celestial being. What can we say that isn't already late? What can we do? There is nothing to do. Oh, oh, oh. No matter what we think, it's not our plan. It never was. Pride has deceived us, so let that go. And let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel the love? Can you feel the peace? Can you feel the grace? Oh, can you see? Can you feel the love? Can you feel the peace? Can you feel the grace? Oh, can you see? She's growing everywhere, growing everywhere, growing everywhere along this path. Growing everywhere, growing everywhere, growing everywhere along this path. Growing everywhere, growing everywhere, growing everywhere along this path. Growing everywhere, growing everywhere, growing everywhere. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. Let go to love, let go to peace, let go to grace. For she's growing everywhere along this path. Everything that is here my everything, everything, everything. My, 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 everything.
And there's Grace for you, messing with you. We got a few people left on the line here, so I'm just going to close it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, people. Really appreciate you and the space. Thanks for taking the time to listen and receive what I have to offer. Big thanks to Vidu for producing and just putting so much love into this album. I worked him good. He got a booth out of it. It's not so bad. A sound booth. Pretty good stuff. And thanks, Mom and Dad, for making sure that music's in my life. And I just want to say, if you like the music, it's out everywhere. It's on Spotify and YouTube. If you like the videos with the lyrics, they're on YouTube. Prem Vidu and the Band of Now. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to my website, premvidu.com, and buy the album there. And you can also, if you want to go to Bandcamp, it's on Bandcamp. I think it's on Bandcamp. I'm not sure if it actually released today. I need to check. But you can actually pay whatever you want there. So if you want to pay like $1,000, you could. I like to keep miracles open, just saying. But it's available everywhere you want to get music. Thanks so much, everybody. I wish you a loving evening, a loving life. May we all find the truth in our hearts and never waver from it. Jai Ma.